What's going on, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be showing you my camera. For starters, the body is a Canon EOS R with an RF 18 to 28 f2.8. I use a small rig cage, so all small rig parts protecting the camera, and for my handle I use a small rig aperture light, a Rode microphone, and a ports key monitor. I know it looks like a lot of camera, but it's because of everything attached to it. So this is my first full frame camera. It is a little bit on the old side. They discontinued this model in 2023. The lens is a little bit newer. I bought it when it first came out, so it's a few months old. It is an alternative from an L series lens. Half the price, same aperture. For the most part, you probably can't tell if you're using the L series lens or this lens. Biggest difference I would have to say is just the focal length. This only does a 16 to 28, while the L series lens is a 15 to 35 millimeter f2.8, which yes, I do get a little bit more zoom, but it was not worth twice the price. I typically shoot in 24 millimeter, so that's usually where my sweet spot is. I do like that I could go wide angle and go out to a 16, which is wider than I need to go. That 24 to 28 is not that much. It's nice to have that little bit of zoom, but I do wish I would have at least 35, but again, not worth paying $1,000 more for it. I figured down the line I would get a 28 to 105 instead. At least I could have that longer reach with it. I do have a variable ND filter on it. This is very old. It's from my M50. My aperture light as well is just brought over from the M50. I ended up getting a new microphone for this camera. I got tired of my other microphone, which was battery powered, and I would have to remember to turn on the switch. A lot of times I would record videos forgetting to turn on that switch and have no audio to it at all. So I preferred this, where I just turn on the camera, it's already recording. And the monitor makes a huge difference to me, whether you're going into vlog mode where the monitor is facing you so you can see yourself clear, or I'm behind it and I can see it, especially being able to change the angle of it so I could have it carry it a little bit lower and still be able to see, or angle it down so I could have it up higher and still be able to see the screen. This has been my go-to camera for a while. I don't really know if you need much more than this. Yes, there are better cameras out there because technology of course progresses, but this can handle everything and anything I throw at it. A feature I do wish it had is dual slots for the SD card. I can only do one SD card in this. I wish I had the dual slot, but I do rock 128 gig SD cards, so it does take a while till I have to change it out. But overall, it is a great camera. Very happy with it. I don't see myself replacing this anytime in the near future, or I would even say further out until the camera dies or something. Canon is supporting this body until 2029, I believe, on repairs. So I have at least another 4 more years with it before they won't even fix it for me. By that time, I got my money's worth on using the camera. This does put me in their current RF line for the lenses, so even if I want to upgrade the lens in the future, it will be a long time that they still support this body because of the lens. There are other options in this price range that are more modern, like the Canon RP. I just like what this produced over the RP, and is one of the reasons I cannot switch this out for an RP. I don't think it's that much of an upgrade where it's worth saying I spent that money just to get a newer camera. But if you're looking for the modern version of this camera, yes, it is the Canon RP. This camera shares a lot of parts from the Canon 5D. I forgot which mark it was, but the 5D is and I still think is a great camera for DSLR. So if it was such a loved camera, this sharing a lot of parts from it made sense to me. It is a mirrorless camera, so it is not DSLR. Some other alternatives I was thinking about getting instead of this camera, I was looking at the Sony 7 series, the A7s. But when I was doing the blind test of which video I liked more, coming out of this or the A7, this was my preference. And also just cost of it. The A7 was a little bit more expensive than this, and the lenses with the Sony were more expensive as well, which I went, hey, I like the video quality of this, I like what it produces more, and it's at a cheaper price. And most of my cameras have been Canon. I did have a Sony back in the day as a DSLR, but I just used that as photography, not video. All my cameras I've been using for video have been Canons, so I was just used to their system already. This can shoot in 4K. It does have crop. I believe it's 1.6, 1.7 crop. I don't usually use the 4K on this. It's typically the 1080, mainly because most videos on YouTube are being watched in 1080 because you're watching it on your phone. Yes, there are people who watch on their smart TVs, but I don't really see the point of forcing myself to use 4K if it's not necessary. So this build all in, it is not cheap. It is not a budget build. In sense of cinema cameras, yes, it is a budget build compared to like those nicer cameras, but for simple everyday use, this is way more than what you need to spend. I have a video about the Canon M50. Finally use one of those. Great option, very cheap, can handle pretty much anything you throw at it. This full setup with the cage, batteries, memory cards, I mean, all the extra wires, everything I have in it, it's about 5K. Is that too much? Probably. Like, again, this is more than what your everyday person needs. This is more than what I need. I still need to learn and grow with this camera even after all this time, but at the same time I could push this further and further than I could my M50. My big reason for the push towards this though is the low light capability. I could go out in almost pitch black areas and get footage versus an M50, which kind of just dies out unless I turn on lights, which kind of ruins the point of being in the dark. But overall, I've enjoyed this camera. A lot of videos you've seen have been through this camera, but this is where I feel like my skill and what I want kind of meets. That's really it, you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.